Welcome back to another Rising of the Shield Hero review. Today is episode 21. Wow, already? Okay, I'm Dustin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Cal Shock, as always. Logan's an anime viewer only. I read the manga, not the light novel. And we're going to discuss the episodes and give our scores at the end. You ready?
I'm ready.
I feel like the season in general is going by kind of quick.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
not specifically Shield Hero,
I
but
was
everything.
everything else, yeah. This kind of, I guess.
Yeah, finally we got Naofumi waking up. Been only asleep for 3 days. And losing all that blood 3 days isn't bad. So, not a huge time leap at all.
Right.
But it's going to take 1 month for him to fully recover from everything, like just because it was kind of like a curse-based thing. So, it's just kind of a long time for like in-game mechanics. So,
Right. Especially, when world-ending events occur, like, isn't it also 1 month? Or once a month?
yeah, as long as he's not dealing with all the other bullshit.
Right.
But so yeah, basically what happens while the queen was out on her like international forum thing is when the king kind of broke the rules and summoned all the heroes.
Right.
Basically, he allowed himself to be used by the three church.
Right. It was, yeah, it was planned to take over, which we kind of knew already. But obviously, that's against the rules. You can't plan to overthrow a kingdom or royalty and get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the first of all, it's we'll get there later. But the queen does promise to clear Naofumi's name, and even though he doesn't plan on staying in the country, which is probably a good thing anyway. But it's
Right.
because everyone else is dealing with all this other wave crap, and they don't have a single hero to their name when they're all supposed to have one,
Right.
which makes sense. It's kind of it still seems semi confusing, right? They're all dealing with their own waves at the same time, where you only have 4 heroes, but it's a party that should be together. But when they're together, they don't get like XP and shit. And it's like, what? Who designed this flawed system? Okay?
Right. What kind of heroes are these where they need to work together but not be together? It's like what?
It's like, oh, you have a shield hero who's supposed to be like a tank, but apparently it's just the strongest of them all. It's like, so
Right.
okay. He's just, as I keep saying, over P, or OP, not over P, overpowered, I guess, but you say OP. Yeah, so they're going to have a big meeting at the castle, which...
This whole episode pretty much turned into a trial for the king and mine.
Yeah, like, all the other heroes are like, oh, where is mine? Where's she at? The spirit hero is like so concerned about her. And like he's been told so many times he's been used, but of course he's just a fucking incompetent retard.
Right, he just doesn't he doesn't learn anything, apparently.
And they don't see him until they walk in chained, the king and mine, and of course this is being broadcasted to the entire country.
Right.
So everyone can see what's going on. And this is where slave crests come in handy. Because you can't lie if you have a crest on you.
Right.
So if you're a criminal, they can't ever punish someone who's innocent.
Yeah. I'm surprised that's not the standard, Like, I'm surprised every single criminal doesn't, force to wear a crest like that. Of course, they probably don't do that because that would contradict episode 1 where Naofumi was accused of a crime where they could obviously find out if it was the truth or not. But we'll ignore that for this convenience. The queen did say, I'm putting it on her because my daughter is a...
I have a feeling you can't put slave crest on a hero, though.
That would make sense. But you could put it on mine to see if she was lying.
True.
Which the queen did say, yeah, she's a pathological liar. This is why she...
Like, yeah, we can't try. She's like, yeah, you guys were working with the church. They're like, no. It gets electrocuted. She's like, oh, you tried to kill Melty. the one next in line to be queen. No, I didn't. Zapped.
Right.
And the spear hero was like, oh, this can't be true. And the other hero was like, no, I definitely saw her try to kill
Right.
Melty.
And then the spear. It did seem like the king had nothing to do with that, though. The attempting to kill
No,
the
yeah,
younger
he
princess,
well,
which is
even though he hates like the shield hero and everything, it seems like everything he's doing is to protect his family.
right.
So it's like,
It
obviously,
seemed mine used that hatred as a to use him.
yeah,
She's just using
so,
everybody. Also,
yeah,
the spirit hero's like
the church is using her and the king.
the
And
king's
she's
just
using
getting used.
and the king's he's just a fucking idiot.
Right.
Like, he's just out there. He doesn't no idea what's going on. He's like,
And then the spear hero's like, watch, I'll ask her questions. Oh, hey, did this happen? No,
yeah,
zap.
Like, didn't he assault you and rape you? She's like, yes.
Right, like, yeah, pretty much.
And it's like, how's she gonna keep lying? Like, that can't be pleasant, right? It's like,
Right,
but I guess you're a pathological liar. You can't stop, even if you're getting electrocuted
yeah,
pretty painfully.
It pretty much cleared up everything. Cleared now Fumi's name. He's no longer like he didn't do anything wrong, and it kind of showed. Yeah, the princess is kind of a shitty person.
Yeah, and the queen, of course, was forced to find them guilty of high treason, which of course, and sentence them to death.
Yeah,
I like how the people were kind of like conflicted outside. But then when we got to the execution, like Coliseum, everyone's like, "Yeah, let's kill them!"
Right.
But like outside, like, do we need to execute the queen or not the princess?
Yeah, I mean, it was high treason. Like arguably, mine was worse. She tried to kill her sister to move up in line of like. Yeah. Anyway, they're guilty. Let's execute them.
Yeah,
Let's execute them.
But of course, now Fumi, such a girl, couldn't go through with it.
He has a soft spot in a way.
He's kind of he is compassionate.
Right. He's kind of noble as well. Like it was funny. He was like, "Oh look, she's begging for my life, and she means it," because she still had the crest on.
The crest on, yeah.
But yeah, he spared them. Too nice.
Yeah. I don't even think the punishment is really. It's kind of like something like a middle schooler would come up with as a punishment.
Oh yeah, he's like,
oh, she has to live by bitch, and her adventurer name is slut. Is like, I don't like. I guess you could hate her and say she's a slut, but she never did anything that really comes off as a slut necessarily. It's just like
right. I mean, Trash King was kind of deserved. he is a Trash King.
Yeah, he was.
But
I would have been fine with execution from.
Yeah, to be honest, I would have been if they executed him. I would have been honestly okay with it because it is them betraying pretty much the crown.
They were ripped of their status, and I mean, like everyone has to call them by these, I guess, names. I guess it would be annoying to live with, but like.
It did seem like a light punishment, I will say. Hopefully they don't do anything else in the future. I would be very annoyed if they did. So, and hopefully the Spear Hero stops being so dumb. But one can dream.
Yeah, but we did learn the queen was going to offer up her own life for them to be spared in case he was going to allow the execution to go through. Again, that is her husband and her daughter, so True. It's like a whole family kind of thing, even though they were kind of going to overthrow her.
Right, and murder her other daughter.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird. She did mention that maybe now Fumi, like, I guess, realized that, which could be the reason he spared him, which that seems like the more reason now Fumi would do it. He seems like he doesn't really care for the king and mine, so he probably did it more so for the queen rather than, saving them, in my opinion.
Yeah. But yeah, now Fumi he's going to work with all the nations, as we kind of covered earlier, and he finally gets thanked. Well, those are all the people that he saved in that first village or whatever, so that have been with him for a long time anyway. The soldiers that were there, they've always kind of been with him anyway, so
yes.
And like you said, and he came to this recognition that he's gained friends. and that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
So
he kind of earned everyone's respect. He's no longer, the devil of the shield or
yeah,
the
the princess raper or
right
whatever.
or whatever. He's now a hero. He's a respected hero. And I mean, now their adventure continues, I guess.
Yeah, and it definitely ends like this could be a season finale, right?
Right.
This is what we're talking
It
about.
110% felt like a season finale. Like
Yeah, it's like, all right, we finally cleared his name, got rid of the king and the princess, and then we have this happy message at the end where he's gonna go work with the other nations and he has
right.
friends
And then
and people are respecting him.
he walks off into the light. It's like, oh, and our adventure will continue. Sounds like a season ender, but I guess not. We have 4 episodes left.
Who knows how they'll go? It's like, all right, we're gonna have to. It feels like we're gonna leave off with like a huge like cliffhanger kind of thing for the season 2,
Right.
or
I feel
something where it's like, oh, we're gonna rush in this huge compact thing, and it's like, all right, wait till next season.
right. I wonder if the pacing's gonna feel off because of this. I feel like the season definitely should have ended here. Like it just felt that way. Like everything about it felt like a season ender. But watching 4 more episodes, I mean, depending on how they are, what they are, I feel like it's gonna feel weird after seeing this. Like, oh, when our adventure continues, do like a small adventure, season end. It'll be like, okay, that's kind of.
So is this 25 episodes then? 24.
I think it's 20. I think it's 24. I don't actually know. I can't keep up. Everyone
Every 3
changes.
episodes then.
3, 4. The point stands. Having a few episodes after this one is going to feel weird, depending on, like, unless, because they can't bring out a huge conflict and then end it, and they can't just do a little tiny conflict because that'll just feel pointless. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Just mess around for 3 episodes, 4 episodes, however many. Oh well, we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, let's score this episode.
Oh crap, we haven't even scored yet. Oh wow.
Right.
Where are we going, man? Oh, you got this.
Okay. I will say like 6-ish, 6.5. I'll give it 6.5. We finally got, like, we finally resolved this, the hate of the shield hero, this planning of going, like, wanting to end the shield hero, like mine and the king and everyone. We finally got through this. It took 19, 20 episodes, however many episodes. It took forever, but we are finally through it, and I'm happy we're through it because I feel like we can finally move on to like the real story. But it was pretty much the trial. I do like how they kind of, the name was cleared. That was nice. Like, he finally realized he made friends. He earned the respect of the people in a way. Him sparing them, I'm okay with. I would have been fine with him being executed as well, to be honest. But yeah, the way it just feels like a season ender, just I don't know. I feel like if I knew the rest of this season, it could change how I feel about this episode, because when I see the ending, just feels so season. It's so baffling, like, to just randomly have more episodes after this. But yeah, hopefully we move on to the more interesting things, such as, Glass. I thought her coming along was interesting. I feel like we finally will now, because we kind of got through all these petty conflicts.
Yeah. And I guess he can finally get his class upgrade within the city.
I hope
this country.
I will say, I hope he class upgrade before he left. I will be so annoyed if he's like, "Oops, I forgot to class." That would be so dumb.
It's like the church is out of power. They feel like he can just go in and do it now for free.
Right? I mean, the queen would let him. I'm surprised the queen didn't order him to go class upgrade. You idiot.
Yeah, but I'll give it a 6. Yeah, kind of like I said. From here on, maybe like the real story can happen now, and it does from here. So now that this stuff is kind of out of the way, like it's more like a 6 of relief, I guess. Like, this episode is like a relief episode. It's like, finally, we're done with this nonsense that we've just been messing around with the whole time with no real value, and it's like,
it felt way too long, to solve a conflict of. I mean, I understand the conflict was like, oh, take over as royalty for the church and the king, but like them just hating the shield hero specifically was like, okay, we get it. Finally, it's done. But yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, if this was this could have been a season finale, so we'll see how it goes from here.
Anyway, it's spiel time.
As always, if you don't want us to call you bitch or slut or trash, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button.
That'd be pretty rude.
Well, don't be a slut. Hit the like. Don't be a bitch. Hit the subscribe.
Right. Okay, yeah.
You hit the dislike, you're trash. But that does it.
Oh,
So
God.
until next time, peace out.
See ya.